This is the sound of confidence soaring.
Our mission is to educate, inspire, and honor.
This is the sound of honor roaring.
We should never, never forget those that gave their lives.
This is the sound of a generation rising above.
337 for Bravo Fox Papa.
We want to be involved in the education of young people so that they can take our aircraft and the stories that our pilots tell and realize their own dreams.
The Commemorative Air Force honors the heroes of yesterday while educating and inspiring the heroes of tomorrow.
Your future and how you live your life is dependent on how you think.
You can learn more at commemorativeairforce.org right now.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you.
In World War II, the heavy lift airplane of the day was the C-47. Operation Overlord took over 800 C-47s and used them to deliver over 13,000 troops behind enemy lines. When the main invasion was launched, this airplane was the airplane that led that group.
It's been quoted several times, if you're not afraid, you just don't understand. We do know the guys flying this airplane were 20 and 21 years old. We do know that the 28 troopers in the back were younger.
They were farm kids and city kids and all kids that were plucked out of their situation and shoved through a very accelerated pilot training program or paratrooping program. Within a year, they were flying these airplanes in occupied territory over Europe. They were regular, everyday Americans who were called upon to serve at a time when our country needed their service, and they stepped up and they did it.
What we're doing here is not about the functionality of the airplane, it's about the history of the airplane. Of course, there's the quote out there that those that do not remember history are doomed to relive it, and I believe that.
I've talked to a lot of veterans in the last 30 years flying these airplanes, and to a person, they aren't interested in what this means to them. They're interested in the young people of America today know their stories so that their sacrifice was not in vain. And so anybody that wants anything bad enough and is willing to commit and work for it can accomplish it because of the freedoms that we enjoy, because of the sacrifices and the courage of the men and women who built and flew these airplanes. In the short period of 5 or 6 years, we built 100,000 plus airplanes, and we deployed them across the oceans, and we laid it all on the line, and it worked.
Anybody that's ever been in a combat or anything, or war, knows that it is not something to be taken lightly or anything else. It's terrible. So you want to, you have to do it. You want to do it and get out of it and be done with it, and hopefully the next morning when the sun comes up, the whole place is better off.
The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
You know, my mom says that I was building airplanes out of popsicle sticks when I was 3 years old. You know, kids are really attracted to things that are big and flashy. And that's what airplanes really are a lot of times. They look magical, they do magical things, they go somewhere, they come back, and they really attract imagination.
Why? It's because it evokes something inside of them that says, I could fly that, or I could work on that, or I could do something with that aircraft that actually means something. That's what the Commemorative Air Force is all about. It's about using these airplanes to learn from the lessons of our past to inspire a future generation.
Welcome to the members of the Commemorative Air Force. Thank you for coming to Dallas.
I'm very excited about the next iteration of what the CAF has been doing for the last 60 years. And the next iteration is the National Aviation Education Center.
When we talk about what the National Aviation Education Center is about, we've got classrooms, we've got workshops, we've got all different types of activities where the way that we use vocational training, the way we do STEM education, the way we train them and equip them to be leaders, the whole premise here is to connect all of the standards and the things that they have to learn in the classroom with the practical application of coming out and actually getting to put their hands on history.
We're also teaching them at the same time things like how to be a good citizen, how to honor veterans, how to honor the past and where we came from. We can use the past to build a bridge to the future and where we want to go and where we can send young kids tomorrow.
Oftentimes, young people think about history in terms of dates and dead people. And so we want to bring history to life, and this center will give opportunity for our young people to have something positive to do that's going to help them in terms of careers that they're going to choose to go into in the future. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it, and I'm 100% behind it.
It's my hope here that this Education Center will provide the means to bridge the past to the future. And I think this Education Center is only the very beginning.
My mother was very unhappy when I started taking lessons. She said, "Dear, tumbling around in an airplane in pants the way a man does is just not ladylike." And I said, "Too bad."
We did every job, every mission that the male pilots did except one, and that was combat. We did everything else.
What you learn is not just flying an airplane. What you learn is how to live, how to anticipate. You're never satisfied with status quo. You're always looking forward.
I just want people to know about, especially the young people, that there are goals that are so attainable if they go after them.